Om Shanti. Accumulate the power of thoughts and become an instrument for elevated service. Consider everything carefully before doing it or saying it. The efforts of the present time are for every thought to be made powerful. Thoughts are the elevated treasures of life. Just as you're able to attain what you want to, and however many you want of the treasures, in the same way, you can attain the elevated reward for all time by having elevated thoughts. For this, keep one small slogan in your awareness. Consider everything carefully before doing it or saying it. Only then will you be able to make your life elevated for all time. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Welcome to Avyakt Parivar. Today's day 15. Accumulate the power of thoughts and become an instrument for elevated service. Today's topic: consider everything carefully before doing it or saying it. Now we will listen to Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti. Everyone is happy, everyone is okay. Mm. You heard Mohini Ben was telling that Baba told her to do two things. One is always speak truth, because if you try to hide it, then you have to really make lot of effort, right? I remember that some used to say, I don't tell Baba what I did because then his impression about me will change. As if Baba doesn't know, right? Baba knew, but still Baba wanted us to have a habit of come and tell the truth. So having this thought that what will Baba think about me if he knows that what kind of mistakes I had been making. But actually, there are certain sanskars, habits from the past. And if Baba knows and you know that you are doing it again and again, because there is a habit, Baba can help you to change the habit. But if we hide it and then we say, no, no, Baba, it doesn't happen regularly, trying to hide, then your sanskar will not change. But if you tell Baba, then Baba will help you to bring change the sanskar. And secondly, mm, not only speak truth, but what was the second? Hmm? Always be happy, cheerful, always smiling face, lightness. It's really very, I think it could be easy, but it's not, right? Mm. So if we all practice and see how it works out. They'll always say, people always say, if we speak something, have you thought thoroughly about it? Are you sure that's what you want? So it's kind of checking, right? I do it and people can remind me of checking. So Baba says, if you are checker, you will be maker. But if you don't check, how will you change? How will you make, right? So it's very interesting. Consider everything safely before doing it or saying it. No, sometimes we say certain things and they're not practical or we're not planning to do, but we say it. The efforts of the present time are for every moment to be made powerful. Baba had been talking a lot on powers these days, right? Thoughts are the elevated treasures of life. So Baba said that thoughts are the elevated treasures of the life, just as you are able to attain what you want. And however, hmm, Baba says you are able, hmm, Baba says you cannot, okay. Hmm. Whoever, many want of the treasures, some can make it, some cannot. So Baba says, in the same way, you can attain the elevated reward for all the time by having what? Elevated thoughts. For this, Baba says, keep one small slogan in your awareness, and that is consider everything carefully before doing it or saying it. Only then will you be able to make your life elevated for all the time. So we make certain commitments. And then when enthusiasm reduces, then we say, oh, I said it, but I don't think I could do it, right? But if we are really practical, then have elevated thoughts, but not, something which you cannot say it or cannot do it in practical. Many, many times it happens that uh, we make ourselves commit and then we find, oh, we couldn't do it. I don't think I can do it. So how do we make it our thinking, our speaking and our doing same? Have elevated thoughts, but then think about it. So Baba has given us homework today. Daddy Janki used to say, think before you think, right? सोच समझ के सोचो. You think. But be sensible and then think, right? But then don't speak in between. If you think and you speak, then it's like your promise, no, your commitment. And if you speak and don't do it, also it's not right, right? So that's why thoughts, our words, and our actions, all three in alignment, It's not that you have thought, but you're not aware, and you start speaking about certain things. And then after speaking, you feel you were not aware of certain things. Mm. So it's like we cross that one stage. So that is why thinking, speaking, and doing, right? सोच समझ के सोचना, बोलना, करना. Very important. Om Shanti. Hmm.
Om Shanti. Good evening. Welcome back.
Thank you, Eric Bhai. Om Shanti.
You gave me the opportunity to go to LaGuardia twice this weekend, so thank you. And everybody who was watching saw you in Toronto. Toronto did a great job. They did very nice. I remember the flowers and the crowds and everything that was happening there. But as you were reading the point and sharing a few things at the end, you put things into practical. Okay. It was rather an intense and full and challenging weekend. I mean, I'm sure it was lovely and wonderful in many different ways also. But from my perspective, it takes a lot of courage at this time and willpower and determination to make a trip like that these days. How do you experience these trips, and how is it that you align or make practical what you want to do and how you do that? And how would you encourage or direct somebody else to follow that role model?
Whatever is necessary, we do it. Sometimes very challenging for the body, but soul, the mind is very happy and satisfied because you could do maximum in short time. Because I feel that body will require some rest and some kind of healing and one thing, and but then other side the soul has received more charity, more uh, it's like a deep satisfaction. And also when I realize that how much souls need, there are so many souls who they come to Baba and they were also kind of IP souls. And so one of the, not a young person, but father and son, both were there. So father took Drishti and I gave him a flower. But then son came and he doesn't come. It's like when we go. And so he came very near. He said, I just want to feel that I could be near and I could experience the vibrations. And then mother came, I just want love. I just want love from Drishti. And so there were four souls from the family, but everyone had a very subtle what they want to experience. And this time what I found, there is so much people want to experience love, but they also have love. They love and then they want to experience love. That was one thing. And one soul came mean, I didn't allow her very often, but she came and she said, haven't met any Dadi. I only met Ratan Mohini Dadi, but I have never felt the touch of any Dadi. So can you just touch my hand little bit? I said, okay. And then when she tried second time, I said, no, it's not possible. One time I did because I didn't want it necessarily while the Toli blessing is being given for souls. But also surprisingly, one or two very Baba's old BK and very Pakka gone flat on my feet. And I said, why are you doing this bhakti today? Why sanskars of bhakti emerging? He said, today is not bhakti. Today is really, I'm touched by, whatever he was experiencing.
Mhm.
So it was very kind of different experience. And then, they had a short song. I think they played here also there about what they experienced from me. And then I start seeing that I was with Brahma Baba for about 11 years, not stayed consistently, but we'll go spend a month or do some service together, eat together. And then Mama, of course. Then was Dadi, Prakashmani, Janki Dadi, all Dadis. So that means every soul, whether I took it or left some vibrations in me, whether I received or they gave, and all the combination of all that people were experiencing. So I was kind of saying that, it's really amazing that what we receive from our seniors and then from there what people could experience from us. It was so, so different and yeah. Mm.
Nice. Yeah.
As I said, the challenging, but also that's what one could do, and one should do.
Okay. Do you think that we're able to take the same amount of power from our seniors now, yourself included, um, in the same level that you were able to take from Brahma Baba?
Yeah, I think yeah, we can, because there are many, many souls. They want to experience what is really true love, or they want to experience how do I serve properly. And there are many, many instruments now, or even other Baba's children, who can play that role, receive and then share also.
Okay.
You know, I
So it's
mean,
not necessarily the source, but
no,
it's,
let me finish.
oh, sorry.
So what you think, are you Dada or no?
I
No.
don't consider myself in that way typically.
Why you don't think that way? If you are in knowledge for so many years and you have stayed very close to seniors, right? When Dadi Janki used to come in Australia, you always wheeled her wheelchair for company. Here also, we are able to work together and so many situations and so much. So what others need is to, want to learn that. And but one thing I remember that one time Dadi Janki told us, just be loving. So I said, but then people get very pulled. She said, no, that purity which we have, and from there, when we communicate and share with others, is very, very important for us to do it, right? No fear in the sense of whatever. But how can, be a big brother and be brother to everyone, right? Possible.
All right. I'm thinking that it's maybe not the source, but the true love that comes is going to be the same experience. It's when someone is looking for love or they experience the love in the exchange, that kind of activates the truth of that. And so the truth of love is going to be similar for everybody. So how you
No,
get it and where it comes from should be similar.
helping, it's like on a journey.
Yeah.
If anyone needs any kind of help, could be few words or could be even just to say Om Shanti, or I think that lot could be done through that also.
Yeah. You
So I always say, we keep saying our seniors, but we never think we are also seniors, right? Yeah.
Um, we, yeah, that's very true. I still think of most of my seniors. A lot of them are disappearing in that way, in that relationship, and I haven't moved specifically into the sense that I might be seen by somebody else in the same way that I see them. So that's a little adjustment still.
Mm.
Um,
Anyway, I always feel those who are in Gyan long time and had been living a life of instrument, Pakka Brahmin, they could definitely help souls much more than only, reading Murli is all right, some do it, or giving course, but also to be available, which you do for your task, but it can also be spiritual, right?
mhm. Try to add that in, put some qualities into that. I guess that's one of the ways of trying to understand to become powerful is that whatever we do to have that experience, that feeling, those qualities in ourselves so that they come through in our thoughts and our words and our actions and whatever we're doing. So that it
Yeah.
doesn't have to be separate.
Mm.
Try to bring joy. If we've got a couple minutes, I'm reminded of a scene a long time ago when you mentioned in Toronto that the couple came to you and kind of touched feet or laid down or whatever it was. Um, that reminded me when I was in Chicago and you and Dadi Prakashmani and a number of seniors, Jagdish Bai, came to the parliament.
Mm.
Dadi Prakashmani spoke and was coming off the stage, and there were all sorts of religious people there. And there were these Christian nuns. And when Dottie went by them, they were just overwhelmed with emotion, and they didn't know how to express it. And they actually literally threw themselves at her feet. I don't know if you remember that, and we had to walk out kind of around them. That sense of it wasn't a bhakti and it wasn't a ritual, but they were just overcome with a feeling of whatever it was, love or peace or God, and that's how they expressed it. And so that sense that wanting to just be close or not knowing what to do um,
Yeah.
reminded me of that.
There is one mother and daughter came, and I was thinking of them. I didn't see them. When they came, this young girl, she kept crying. I said, "Is there any problem? Is there anything I could help with?" She said, "No, I am so overjoyed. I am so happy." And keep crying. And I said, "No, you don't have to cry." That means they don't know what to do when there are some feelings or some experiences, and so I
Yeah,
think that, yeah.
gets
But to
full.
fulfill everyone's through our drishti, through our, we don't allow or we don't like when people touch feet or
Mhm.
they want to hug us or they want to, because it's through drishti, right? We want to do everything. Mm.
Yeah.
So it's quite a lot for them and also for me.
Yeah, I think trying to meet everybody or shake their hands or hug them or too much, and the drishti is fine. That experience is how we do communicate and how we do take power and how we do kind of support and exchange with each other. So very powerful.
Mm.
Good. All right. Well, welcome back to New York, and thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Eric. Bye.
Om Shanti.
Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you. So tomorrow is Tuesday. Our schedule from Amritwala 3:30 a.m. to 4:45 a.m.